Imagine a world with no cities, no roads, and no farms. For thousands of years, humans survived by moving from place to place, hunting animals and gathering wild plants. But around 8000 BC, something incredible happened. People began to settle down and build permanent homes. What caused this huge change? It all started with the discovery of farming in a region known as the Fertile Crescent, a rich, crescent-shaped area in the Middle East, filled with water and fertile soil. Around 10,000 BC, people in this area began planting crops and domesticating animals, and that changed everything. Why did people start settling? Farming gave people new possibilities. They could store food like grains and dried peas for harder seasons. They could raise animals like sheep and goats for milk, meat, and wool. They built huts and houses from clay, mud, and reeds. They worked together in groups to manage water, harvests, and protection. For the first time, it made sense to stay in one place year-round, leading to the world's first villages and later cities. Jericho, one of the oldest settlements on Earth. In an oasis near the Jordan River, in what is now Palestine, a permanent settlement called Jericho began to grow. It was perfectly located, dry climate but close to water, ideal for early farming. Although traces of habitation go back to 9000 BC, Jericho became a true organized settlement around 8000 BC, making it one of the oldest towns in human history. So what made Jericho so special? A wall before its time. Jericho had something rare, a stone wall about 3.5 meters, 11 feet high, and even a stone tower about 8 to 9 meters, 26-30 feet tall. This was built thousands of years before the pyramids or medieval castles. The wall likely protected against floods from nearby water, wild animals, and possibly other human groups. People lived in round or rectangular houses made from sun-dried clay bricks. These homes had mud floors and often included storage pits for food, a sign of organized agriculture. The people of Jericho grew wheat and barley and raised goats and sheep. Archaeologists have found storage areas, grinding stones, and even remains of grains, clear evidence of a settled farming lifestyle. Inside their homes, archaeologists found human skulls covered in plaster with shells used as eyes. This suggests ancestor worship, honoring the dead, perhaps to preserve family memory or show social status. Interestingly, there is no evidence of kings, palaces, or temples. Jericho wasn't a city as we know it, more like a large village of several hundred people, probably organized around family ties and shared responsibility. So, why is Jericho so important? Jericho is more than just an old village. It's a milestone in human history. It represents the moment when people settled permanently, created food security, built communities, and began rituals, protection, and cooperation. It marks the beginning of the long road towards civilizations, cities, and nations. And it all began with farming. If you found this video interesting, maybe you like some of these videos. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.